Motivation, you did, guy. Motivation is a lie. See, it promises you to stick around forever, but it always fades when you need it the most. If you're relying on motivation to stay consistent with your podcast, my friend, you already in trouble. Now, in this module today, I'm going to show you the real secret to building a system or systems that make consistency very valuable. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to module number 4 of the Mindset Mastermind for Podcasting. You know who it is. It's your boy, Anthony Porter. Now, today we're solving one of the biggest hidden killers of podcasting. That's inconsistent action. And no, the answer isn't to try harder or wait until you feel like doing it better. It's not the answer. It's all about building some habits, some systems, and a mindset that carries you when your motivation has tapped all the way out. Now, let's start with this. The truth about motivation. See, motivation is like a battery. It's full at the start of your podcasting journey, even your business journey. But over time, it drains faster than you could ever think. Like, over time, you will lose your energy. You will get burnt out faster than you do to start your own business, your own podcast. So consistency is one of those things, on the other hand, it's like a solar power. And I know you're sitting there wondering, what makes you say that? See, it recharges itself through small daily actions. It doesn't rely on random bursts of energy. It just does not. So you have to sit back and you have to think, do you want to burn out or do you want to stay consistent when it comes to building this podcast? A lot of people don't understand, like they want to jump in head first, buy all this good equipment and things like that, but you get burnt out because A, it's a learning curve to learn how to use everything that you purchase. And B, it's a learning curve to learn how to speak. It's a learning curve to learn how to prepare. It's a learning curve to learn how to idealize. So you have to understand, small daily actions can recharge your body, your brain, your podcast, your whole situation to make you a better podcaster. Now, consistency equals trust within yourself. Now, if anybody has ever watched the podcast or a YouTube video that I have created, I'm always talking about consistency builds trust with you, the customer, the podcast listener, the hostess, whatever. But it also builds confidence and builds trust within yourself. See, every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you've proved to yourself that your word matters. See, a lot of people don't go back. Their word is not their bond. See, a lot of people talk good, but they don't show up. You have to show up consistently. If you set a date that your podcast is going to come out every Monday at 6 o'clock, I don't care if it's Sunday at 12:35 a.m. You better have your podcast shot, edited, and ready to be uploaded and scheduled. So that way you can go ahead, go sleep, wake up 6 o'clock on Monday morning, and it's right there. Now, consistency, on the other hand, like I said, is that solar power, right? So it's going to recharge through daily actions, and it doesn't rely on random bursts. But when we talk about showing up with consistency and to trust yourself, every time you show up, like I said, even when you're tired, it proves to you, to yourself, that your word matters. So you're building self-trust. And yes, I did go back because I wanted you to hear that. You're building self-trust. And that self-trust is what creates unstoppable momentum over time. Ask yourself this, if you've ever went to the gym or you've ever heard somebody say, it takes a minute for something to become routine. It takes a minute for a situation to become an adaptable prospect, right? So when you are out there, you want to create the momentum. So you want to make sure your podcast is very valuable. MVP, the minimal valuable podcast system is where it's at, right? So basically what you're doing is you want to, when you show up, you are showing up and showing out, right? So here's one of my favorite concepts. I call it the minimal valuable podcast system. Now, you're not negotiable every week. It's non-negotiable. You're non-negotiable every week. You show your behind up and make yourself consistent. If it's at 6 o'clock on Monday morning, you better be ready to go by Monday morning. That's how you build it. See, again, you in the gym or you're eating, they tell you it takes you 30 days for your metabolism to help you start to burn fat. That means you're building memory. So here's how this thing works for me. The system, the MVPS, you have one episode outline drafted, one recorded episode already ready to go, and you have one that's posted inside your community or on your social. That's it. You letting them know you have one episode already outlined. You've got one recording session, even if it's messy. And then you post inside your community or your social, wherever you choose to post that, letting them know this is how we do it. Make you a content calendar. That content calendar will help you stay ahead of the game. So small progress is still progress. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think if they don't knock it out within a day or two, it's not progress. You sadly mistaken. Small progress is still progress. Okay. So try this practical tip right here. Tie podcasting into your identity. Instead of saying, I want to publish episodes, start saying, I'm a podcaster. This is the mindset that you need to have. When something becomes part of your identity, you don't negotiate with it. It's like buying a car. It's like men buying cars and women buying Gucci and Louis bags. It's non-negotiable. You don't skip it. You don't debate it. You just do like Nike. You just go do it. Because guess what? That's who you are. Guy buys a car, old school, what's he do? He go fix it up, throw some rims on it, get the motor right. I'm not a car guy, so if I say this wrong, please don't laugh at me. But most people go buy box Chevys or they go buy Donks. I've heard them say this, what is it, 4s? They put the best engines in these cars. Women, they know that their social status means everything. How they look, how they dress, what they wear. A woman will read you faster than a Donk 72 Chevy Impala. You walk in, they don't listen. I'm not down in women. What I'm saying is this. Their social status is way higher than men's social status. And what I mean by that is this. They already know that your purse, I didn't ever know that they could tell by the threads. What? See what I'm saying? They read you. Look at your shoes. Better not be ran down. That outfit better not been last year's design. Now, on the other hand, when it comes to cars, guys do the same thing. Now, there are some women out there, all right, that know these cars, they know the car game. I'm not taking nothing away from them. All right. And then there are some men who know the fashion game. I'm not taking nothing away from them on that either. But 80% to 90% of the world is the polar opposite of each other. Women know fashion in some senses. Again, I'm not saying men don't. And then men know cars in some senses. I'm not saying women don't. All right. So you just have to understand that that particular situation leads to you thinking a certain way. You don't skip a step when you're fixing your car, and a woman doesn't skip a step when they're getting fly. Women stepping out, I don't know where. I don't live in big cities. All right, so our prices don't even compare to a New York or L.A. or California. I mean, a New York or L.A. or an Atlanta or a D.C., Baltimore, Florida. Where I live at, the prices don't compare. But I can tell you, I know people who live in these other cities, and I heard, like, my haircut, $25. My barber takes care of me, $25. Keep it clean. Everybody else is playing catch up. In Atlanta, I got a buddy who's a barber down there. I got a buddy who cuts hair in Miami, $400 to $500. But it's an experience. You're paying for the experiences. Everything is an experience in these other cities. Her, man, chop me up. He get the beard and all of that, man. And we stay fresh. We roll out. We talk, chop it up. I go handle my business. All right. So I just wanted to give you an analogy of what and how that mindset of being consistent. Women ain't going to go out looking slabby. If you catch a woman out with their bonnet on, they hoping they don't see nobody. Men, we gonna go out looking like whatever. We gonna throw on a tank. We gonna throw on some shorts. We gonna throw on some slides with some socks. But we ain't gonna drive nowhere if the whip is dirty. We gonna clean that bad boy up. Again, it's consistency. All right. So it may not sound like that it should have been in this mind frame, this mindset, but it definitely should have been in there because you got to think about that. Now, here's what I need you to do. Don't wait to feel ready. Take some action. Act first. Action builds momentum. Momentum creates progress. Progress ignites the passion. Reignites the passion. I'm sorry. There we go. Now, you don't need to feel motivated to act. Acting creates the motivation. Action, acting, all of that creates the motivation. So here's what I need you to do. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, but you better. Your mission after this video, design your momentum valuable podcast system, MVPS. Pick 3 simple actions you can complete every week, no matter what. Write them down, post your MVPSs, your checklist inside the community for accountability. Remember, small wins stack up into an unstoppable momentum phase. Now, in the next module, we're going to clean up the mental clutter from everyone is having even more. We're going to talk about how to organize your mind so your organization. We're going to talk about how to organize your mind so you can organize your podcast. And I'm going to see y'all in module number 5. Peace.